The world of a person with depression does not begin with an alarm clock or the morning light. It begins with a void, not a peaceful void. A thick, heavy void, as if the air has been drained of all oxygen and replaced by something denser than water, denser than darkness. You open your eyes, but nothing changes. The room is still the room. The light is still the light. Yet everything feels so distant that it takes several seconds to remember that you exist inside it. Your body lies on the bed, but you are not lying there. You are submerged. Every small movement, reaching for the phone, turning your head toward the window, requires a monumental decision, as if you were dragging a boulder from the ocean floor. It is not fatigue. Fatigue is a word people use when they still have enough strength left to explain. Here, there is no longer enough strength to explain. The outside world keeps running. The sound of traffic, conversations, notifications on the phone. All of it reaches you like echoes from another planet. You watch people laugh, talk, hurry along, and you do not hate them. You simply cannot understand them. You cannot understand how they can walk without feeling that every step costs a piece of the remaining energy of life. You cannot understand how they can want anything. Want to eat, want to meet someone, want to sleep, want to stay awake, when you want only one thing, for it to stop. But stopping is not rest. Stopping is being trapped in a loop with no beginning and no end. Thoughts do not travel in straight lines. They spiral. They repeat the same meaningless questions. Why do I have to get up? What am I doing here? When will this end? And each time the question returns, it brings no answer. It only adds another layer of heaviness. Emotions do not disappear. They are compressed into a dense gray mass. Sadness is no longer simply sadness. It has become the foundation of everything. Joy is so fragile that a single fleeting thought is enough to dissolve it before it can take shape. Anger is rare because anger requires energy. What remains is a cold, neutral state where everything feels the same, no better, no worse, just there. Time in that world is distorted. An hour can stretch into an entire day. A day can pass without you remembering what you did. You look at the clock, see the hands move, yet inside you, everything stands still. Or worse, everything is slowing down, as if the entire universe is preparing to stop completely. Others look in and say, hang in there. Everything will be okay. You still have so much to live for. Those words are not wrong. They simply can't reach you. They fall like stones thrown onto a frozen surface. You hear the impact, but feel no ripple. You know they mean well. You even feel guilty for being unable to respond to that care by getting better. But guilt is only another gray layer added to the gray mass already there. There are times when you try. You get up, bathe, get dressed, go outside. You do all the normal things. And when you return home, you are so exhausted that you only want to lie down and disappear. Not because you did anything strenuous, but because every ordinary action required you to pretend that the world still held meaning, to pretend that you were still part of it. The world of a person with depression is not a dark place filled with tears. Tears are sometimes a luxury. It is a flat, colorless place without clear sound, where you both exist and do not exist. You see everything, but cannot touch it. You hear everything, but cannot feel it. You live, yet feel as if you are standing outside your own life, watching it unfold from an invisible distance. And the most frightening thing is not the pain. It is the familiarity. At some point, you begin to accept that this is your world, that the void will never fill, that the heaviness will never lighten, that you will forever stand between two shores, one where life continues and one where your own absence from that life remains. Yet even within that void, there is still something very small, very weak, very hard to notice, something that is not hope, only a fragile possibility that perhaps one day the void will no longer feel so thick, that perhaps one day you will again feel the weight of a single breath without having to pay for it with your entire existence. Until then, the world of a person with depression continues, without drama, without noise, only quietly, heavily, and utterly real.